Right, so we're going to conduct an experiment because I haven't tried this myself, and it's a pretty good thing because um, when I've logged in to conduct this experiment, I am actually facing issues where I can't find my mixer. So this is actually a really, really good opportunity to test this out. So the solution to not being able to find your Mackie mixer, your DL series mixer, is to stop broadcasting your SSID. And the question's been raised. I've also just been asked the question, and I thought, you know what, might as well just figure it out for myself and also test it out. So this is what I want to do. Well, as you can see, I am logged into Master Fader, and I'm connected to the DL32S, which is what I have. Right, so I can't find the actual mixer. It's not appearing. So I've actually closed down Master Fader once, but we'll experiment this together. I'm going to reopen Master Fader again, and let's see if the solution actually works. So a quick glance back, and I can see that my mixer is on, but it's still not appearing here. So I'm just going to switch this, close that down again. I'm going to switch off the mixer, and I'm going to switch it back on again. Before I do that, you can't see this obviously, but I have my tablet in front of me. So I'm gonna just attempt to see if my well, yeah, so it's connected to the Wi-Fi. I'm just opening up Master Fader and going in, and my tablet can see it. Okay, so this will be a typical example. I know you guys can't see my tablet, but this will be a typical example where my tablet can see the mixer. And I'm just gonna try and see if I can turn my camera on, just so you can see that my tablet can actually see the mixer. So there you have it. You can see that the tablet has found the mixer. So this is typical what everybody else has been experiencing. So I'm gonna go switch off the the mixer and switch it back on, and let's see what we can do. All right, so it's disappeared from my tablet. Obviously, my tablet switched back to my Wi-Fi. I'm actually at home, so the other networks that will be interfering with this is going to be my home Wi-Fi network, and I've got a work phone and a personal phone that are currently hooked to the internet via their own mobile data plans. Excuse me, and so that's causing a little bit of interference as well, which is good. I mean, let's test this under normal, real circumstances. I know if you're in a venue, the venue will have lots of other people there with different devices, etc. So I've just restarted my um, tablet. Um, sorry, I've just restarted Master Fader, sorry, on the tablet, and I'm connected to the Wi-Fi network being generated by the inbuilt router. Um, I've just opened up Master Fader here, and my tablet, yeah, so my tablet can now see the mixer, and I can see it within the app. But my laptop can't see the mixer. So this is like the fourth restart, and this will be typical of issues that have been seen by other users. Um, so I guess it's kind of a good thing that we've just sort of set this up, and we're seeing the sort of the issue. Um, let's just switch that to that and that to that just to see if that will actually work. This is reverted back to the home network, so I'm just gonna restart this again. I'd forgotten about that. There we go, straight away. So I've renamed my my mixer, and I call it Live Surface One because I've got more than one digital mixer. And there we go. I'm in. Right. So that explains it. So I'm connected both on my tablet now and on my laptop. This is a previous show from, I think I was doing a video for somebody here. Let's go into these settings and see what we can do. Just for those who want to know how to rename your mixer, you just come down here and just hit rename. So what do we want to do? I want this mixer to create a Wi-Fi network that I can connect to with a device here running master fader. Okay, yep. I want to connect this mixer to an external router. Okay, that's not what we're doing today. I want to connect this mixer to a wirelessly. I want to connect this mixer to wirelessly connect to. Okay, so we're not connecting a router to it. So we're doing access point. Okay, and there we go. Broadcast SSID. So somebody asked this question: how do I stop broadcasting my SSID? And here's your answer. Second option down, broadcast SSID. Select no. We're going to leave everything as is. Oh, I think I have to put my password in. 1 second. Many of you will know what this password is. So broadcast no. Let's hit apply. Boom. So that's been applied. So here's the test now. The first thing that's happened is I've lost connection on my tablet, and I've also now lost connection on my my laptop as well. Yeah, and I'm now reconnected on my laptop. Let's see what the tablet is doing. So the laptop reconnected on its own. I'm hoping the tablet will follow suit. I didn't actually check to see what order they lost connection, but I'm assuming the tablet will find its connection again. If it doesn't, that's fine. I'm going to go over there and switch off the mixer, and then I'm going to switch it back on again and see if we have any issues. Okay, so the tablet hasn't picked it up. That's fine. Give me a second whilst I go switch the mixer off and on again. Okay, so the mix is now off. My mix is actually on the other side of the room. I'm at home, and it lives in a hard case on the other side of the room that I'm in. And I'm gonna go switch it back on now. And just to make things interesting, I'm gonna close down master fader on both the tablet and on the mixer. Right, so as you can see here, my laptop is not connected to any Wi-Fi connection now. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm also going to do the same on the tablet. Now I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi connection back on the laptop, and I'll do it simultaneously on the tablet as well. Right, okay, so we have killed the SSID on the mixer, and I want to start by saying off the bat, my tablet has never seen this mixer as quickly as it did when I logged back in using the process I'm about to show you now. Like, it found the mixer straight away. Like, no gimmicks, no jokes, no nothing. It literally just found the mixer in an absolute instance. And that was quick. I was like, wait, what? Okay, now I've gone and clicked the wrong thing. But yeah, so essentially what you do once you've stopped broadcasting your SSID, because obviously now your devices can't see the mixer over the wireless, so they can't see it. It doesn't exist basically. It's hiding its name. So you have to join the network, and you do it this way. So just to let you know how I did it, I obviously took my laptop to my mixer, and I hooked up the RJ45 or the Ethernet cable or the what else do they call it? The um, Cat5 cable, and I hooked that up to the laptop. Um, and immediately I was able to connect that way, and I got all the details I need. Logged in on my tablet, and I'll show you what I just did here. So here you type in the SSID. Now this is actually pretty straightforward because this is something you already know. So it was originally known as the Mackie DL32S, and that's what you pretty much put in. That's my SSID. And the type, security type, the security encryption type or whatever it is WAP2 personal, WPA2 personal, not WAP, WP 2A personal. The password is a big secret. Start again. I mean, that's one of the hardest passwords to type in the world. And then you just hit join network. And my Wi-Fi is just reconfigured. Straight, you see, as I was telling you, showing you that the Wi-Fi is just reconfiguring, it popped up straight away. I've never seen it pop up that quick. And boom, I'm in. So this has been pretty interesting. I will continue to use this method with this mixer, with my newfound confidence and the fact that everybody else is telling me that they've not had issues. One guy was telling me on one of the the Mackie forums on Facebook, he was saying he's been doing this for 3 years and he's not seen any issues. I can't remember if it was a 16 or a 32S or if it was the R. It might have been the S, but yeah, he was saying he's been doing it for 3 years. Thus far, I've had no negative feedback with regards to the, for those who have been hiding their SSID. So it just means that the Mackie's not there yelling to every single device out there that, hey, I'm over here, look at me, I'm here. And every device that's searching for a Wi-Fi signal is not out there saying, hey, we can see the Mackie, we can see the Mackie, we can see the Mackie, we can see the Mackie. And therefore, apparently this fixes the problem. Now, I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll try and keep, the updates on the Facebook page. I don't have any events coming up until probably next month. So I won't be able to start to use this until then. But I will take it along with me to my next event, and I'll use it as the main mixer, something that in the past I've been reluctant to do, obviously because of these sort of issues. But I will take it to my next event. I'll use it as the main mixer and put the other one on standby as a backup, and see how that goes. Keep you guys posted. I might even capture some footage and just show you what the event's like. Yeah, we'll let you know if it goes through. If anybody else is using this particular method right now, if you're using this particular technique right now, and you've been using it for a while, let me know how frequently you do events. In fact, not just me, but everybody else in the community, because we all want to learn and just get that head start. So, how frequently do you do events? what sort of settings are they? Are these really crowded, lots of young people with loads of phones, etc.? Or are they secluded? Are they in the city centers where there's more traffic than on the outskirts in the sticks? And what's your success rate? How often, can you connect? How often can the other members of the band, etc., connect? And how often do either yourself or your devices, or individuals who are connecting to run their aux mixes, how often do they see any issues? And the extra steps of having to get everybody to do things this way. I mean, I'll be honest with you, one of the reasons why I went for this and not the something like the X Air, for example, is because with the U12s or the U24s from Soundcraft, or with the X Airs, etc., this kind of logging in was a pain in the backside for me. I didn't like it. So when I saw that Mackie did this, in fact, in fairness, I have a an RCF M18 mixer, and I've had that for years prior to buying the DL32S, and it's that feature of just seamless logging, that seamless ease of logging in without having to start saying to people, right, type this in. No, you typed that, you've mistyped, you've misspelled this, da da da. It's just that pain of having to deal with individuals in that manner is what sort of drove me towards things like the RCF M18 and the DL32 S, because it's seamless, and it's one of the reasons why I waited and didn't get the R, because initially I was supposed to buy the R, and I waited and didn't get the R because I wanted to wait for the S, which had no fan, which would be good for studio work, which I like to do. In fact, this is what I bought this for. This was replacing my 2-channel interface when I wanted to upgrade, and I just literally jumped over all the Sapphire, Focusrites, everything, the Scarlet series. I just jumped over all of that because that's what I was actually looking at. I was looking at the Liquid 56, I think it's called. And I jumped over all of that. I saw this, I saw the R, and I thought, wow, that's amazing. And then I saw the S, and I saw it's got no fans. I'm like, brilliant. This will be my new studio interface. So that's what I use this for, predominantly as a studio interface, for my home studio. And yeah, so it was just that ease of being able to log in, and I've used it for a couple of live events, maybe 2 or 3, and it burned me on one, and these were very small. I think if you watch the channel, you'll see a video clip from one of them where I've used this particular one and I've shared settings or whatever. By the way, if you want the settings for that particular video, you'll either have to put your email address in the comments, or go to this group has a Facebook page, Audio Solutions. It's easier, but if you stick it in the comments, it'll be a lot more easier for me, because I can just grab that and then I can email you across the settings for that show, if you want to have a play around with those and tweak them or whatever. But yeah, so this adds an extra dimension. But what I'm going to do for this next event is I'll just send out this information beforehand, get them to download the app beforehand, sort of create a group for all the musicians, and then just sort of keep it in their minds so that on the day it's less of a hassle for me. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this. If you are winning with this solution, and you have been for some time, I'd love to know how long for, so that we can continue to share good tips that encourage good practices and make all our lives easier, as sound engineers, because I'm sure everybody knows, as I know, being a sound engineer is stressful enough as it is. When you're doing live gigs, particularly if you've got lots of different bands, they're rotating one after the other, and you have to keep on top of things. The last thing I want is someone saying to me, I can't connect anymore, or it was working fine during sound check and now I can't get back in, we're about to go on, help, and then yeah, that just is unnecessary stress for me. Anyway, I've rambled on. I talked a little bit longer because I was kind of looking to see if my connection would drop out, and both on the tablet and on the mixer they've actually kept consistent, no dropouts. So yeah, let's hear your success stories, guys. All right, peace.